Welcome, my dear friends. Myself is Professor Dr. Rajendra Deshpande, and today is the 16th of April 2020. At 4 o'clock, we are trying to conduct lecture, or rather, we are conducting lecture on Kriya Sharir, and the topic is Vata Dosha. Actually, I have converted this my PDF PPT into the word PPTX extension, so that's why there is a little bit distortion in some slides. Nothing to be worried about. We will start our topic. Basically, you know that we have started with Sharira Kriya paper 1 part A. That is a part A is always Ayurvedic. Try to understand. This is my handbook, and we will start with the Vata Dosh. But before that, let me clear that my mail ID is this one, Professor Deshpande @ gmail.com. And anybody can contact me for the personal or online health problem advice, personal or online lifestyle counseling based on your Ayurvedic Prakriti and the palmistry, because I do the palmistry as well, personal or online classes of medicines, or in general, any subject regarding the Ayurveda. But these all services are, of course, the paid services. So, my dear friends, we were here. That means, let me open you this heading. We were talking that Vata dosha is the chief, the main dosha amongst Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Huh? So please close your mics because I am getting some sound from some people. Okay. So we will start with Nirukti of Vata dosha. Actually, doshas are so important topics. They are for the first year, for the second, third, fourth year, and the utmost importance is in your practice. So these fundamentals should be very clear regarding our dosha concept of Ayurveda. So dosha dhatu malamulam nishedam. Vata dosha nirukti, how that particular word has been derived. I always jokingly say that although Shakespeare says Navat kaya hai, what is there in name? But I will say that lot of things are understood by understanding only the name. That's why I was very much surprised that I heard from some media, I don't know it's true or false, but in this corona pandemic, we are talking about April 2020, and whole world is suffering from corona pandemic. And there was one, you can say the delivery, and that particular couple has given the name of that twin, that they have got the twins, and they gave the name that Karuna and COVID. Oh my God, I was surprised. With due respect to those parents, with due congratulations to those parents getting the good child, but I think one should not go for these type of the names who are little bit not the better, what you can say, the aura for that word. Anyway, coming to the point, Vata word is Tatra Va. Va is the original word. Gati Gandhanayoriti Dhatu. So it is related with the two words. One is Gati and second is Gandhana. Try to understand, because Gati is a movement, any sort of movement, especially neurological conduction, nerve conduction, action potential, chemical conduction. So neurological, chemical, physical movements are related with the Vata dosha or Vata bioenergy. I personally, Deshpande call it as a bioenergy. It's a kinetic energy. It's a stimulator. But there is always a confusion in the mind of the Ayurvedic students, especially first year. Gandhana, there is always misunderstanding, and always examiners make you trap in this word Gandhana, because immediately Marathi medium, especially student, they say Gandhana means vas. So Vata dosh is related with smell. Gandhana has nothing to do with the smell. Write down. Gandhana word is not Gandha. Gandhana, original in Sanskrit, is Utsah, energetic. So Vata dosh is responsible for energy on every level, physical level, psychological level, emotional level. Whenever you want some energy, motor conduction, that Vata dosh is responsible. That's why Vata is related with Gati and Gandhana, movement and energy. So what are the synonyms? Paryay means synonyms. Marut. Marut means wind, because Visarga Adan Vikshepaihi Soma Surya Anilayatha Dharayanti Jagat Deham Kapha Pitta Anilastatha. You remember this similarity in between Purusha and Loka. Loka means nature. I am talking little bit fast, I know, because you first year students are quite aware in these last 2 months. Those who are in the second year, third year, whoever are learning my Ayurveda, they know little bit about Ayurveda. That's why I am saying these shlokas little bit fast. Maruta is a wind. So externally we have the wind and internally we have the Vata dosha. Chala is a specific characteristic. Chala is a mobility. The element which is responsible for mobility, that is called as a Vata dosha. So Chala. Anila, this is confusing word for the first year BMS students. There are two words in Ayurveda, Anila, Anala. Always confusing. Anila, Anala. Write down. Anila is a Vata and Anala is a Agni. Anila is a paryay or synonym of Vata dosh. Anala is a synonym or paryay of Pitta dosh. Right. Another Sanskrit word is Samirana, means Vata, and Pavana. Hanuman, God Hanuman is called as Pavana Kumar, Vayuputra, because he has a lot of strength and lot of movements are there. So Maruti, our Indian god, is having the name Pavana Sutra, Pavana, Vayu. What is the Swarupa and Sangatana? Composition and structure. I translate in English also. Vayu Akasha Bhutabhyam Vayuhu. Ashtanga Sandra Vagbhat is saying that Vata dosha is composed of, again, Vyapadeshastu Bhuyasa. Remember this word, because Sarvam Idam Panchabhutikam Asmin Arthe. Each and every element on this earth is Panchabhuti. Then why there is Vayu and Akash only? It is Vyapadeshastu Bhuyasa. Write down this word. It's comparatively in predominance. Amongst five Mahabhutas, Vayu and Akash, Shabd and Sparsha, sound and touch, tactile sensation is related with the Vata dosha. Then Swarupa, how it is nature, what is the nature of that Vata dosha? Very important. Avyaktaha Vyakta Karmacha. Like the Pitta and Kapha molecules, Vata molecules don't have any dimensions. Length, breadth, circumference, density, volume, nothing is there. It's invisible, but still it's it can be experienced by its functions. Avyakta, invisible, not seen by our naked eyes, by not seen by our senses, but we can experience. It's very similar to the outer wind. Now in my room, I have the wind around me, but I cannot, when there is smooth wave is passing, then something wind is there. So because of the functions, we can experience this electricity, these energies, like for example, electricity. In this my room, I have the electricity, but I cannot directly feel or touch or see that electrical current. But I can see that my fan is going on, my tube light is on, my air conditioning is on, my computer is on. So there must be some electrical current. So I have understood electricity, this energy, by Anumana Praman. Like you have learned from Padartha Vidya, Anumana Praman, logical inference. So Vata dosh should be understood by its function. Try to understand. Vata dosha guna, properties are very much important. There is a Siddhanta of Ayurveda, Dravya Guna Karma Siddhanta. Dravya Guna Karma Siddhanta. This is the base of our science. Ayurveda says each and every element, that is Dravya, has some properties. And according to the properties, actions are taken. For example, Professor Deshpande is a Dravya. He is very sincere. This is property. He is very hardworking. He has some intelligence. So these are the properties of Professor Deshpande. He has a liking of teaching and learning. And that's why now at the moment, on the 16th of April 2020 at 4 o'clock, he has taken the lecture. So taking the lecture is a function. Why is taking the lecture? Because of his hard work, because of his sincerity, because of his intelligence. These are the properties. So for understanding any dravya, first we must identify the substance, then try to understand the properties, then you get the functions. First physiological functions and then pathological functions. So this is the step-by-step understanding of Ayurveda and practicing Ayurveda. Tatra, Ruksha, Laghu, Shita, Khara, Sukshma, Chala and Anilaha. I have already taken one lecture regarding the Vimshanti Guna, 20 attributes. These are the fundamentals. Do you remember? Guru, Manda, Himasnigdha, Shlakshna, Sandra, Mrudus, Sthiraha, Gunaha, Sasukshma, Vishadaha, Vimshanti, Saviparya. This shloka, this verse is regarding the basic 20 properties or attributes. Among those properties, these are some properties. But I have told you at that time, these properties are not only physical, not only chemical, they are biophysical, they are biochemical, and they are basically functionally or functional oriented. Functional oriented. Why the Charak, Sushruta, Vagbhat, they have understood the functions and then they say this function is done by this particular property or this is the property and by this property it is doing that function. So property is based on function, functions are based on the property. So Ruksha, just for understanding purpose, is like a dryness. We are going to study all these properties in detail. Laghu is a light. Then Shita is a cold. Khara is a roughness. Sukshma, very minute and subtle, like nanoparticles. Chala, mobility. And Anila, Anila is a Vata dosha. Let us see one property after another. Ruksha, Shoshane Rukshaha. So Vata dosha at a physiological level should be dry. Optimal level. It's not too more and too less. Because all Vata, Pitta, Kapha, they are not exactly the same with their nature. In our body also, you can try to understand. There are some hard substances like bone. There are some soft substances like fat. There are some stable substances like mouse or muscles. There are some liquid substances like, for example, blood and urine. So all these different elements, different types of elements are living together. In our house also, we are living father, mother, my wife, brothers and sisters, but each person is different. Still we are living happily together. This is the same condition. Huh? Samayoga Vahitva. Our 5 fingers. Each finger is important. Try to understand. Each finger has its importance. But are they the same height, same breadth, same nature? No. Each finger has its own style. This is a little, as the name suggests, is very small. This is index that I can point you. Similarly, this property, Rukshata, is necessary to counteract the anchas, snigdhata, because kapha is a lubricating. So, if all the matter is sticky, then movement will be obstructed. Sroto rodha will be there. So, when you want the movement, there should be some roughness. Roughness is making the molecules separation. So, separation is necessary for the movement. Try to understand. If the two elements, two molecules are stick up together, their movement will be obstructed, like a fibrotic changes. Our lungs cannot breathe in and out if there is a lot of fibrosis in the lungs tissue. Liver cannot function if there is too much fibrosis, like cirrhosis of the liver. So, Rukshata, Shoshana is indicating to avoid the too much unctuousness in the body. But there is always a danger. These all the properties can be less and can be more than the expectation, than the physiological level. If it exceeds the physiological level, that becomes a disease. In a normal physiological level, that is Samyavastha of Vata dosh, equilibrium. homeostasis of Ruksha Guna, homeostasis of Chalaguna. Now here I have given in the old age, that is what is the physiological variation. In the old age, in spite of anabolism, there is more catabolism. That's why here you can see त्वचेवर सुरकुत्या पडणे, हातापायच्या तळव्यांना भेगा पडणं, सांध्यांमधून आवाज येणं. I have given in Marathi. But my dear friends who are listening to my lecture, concentrate on my English. In the old age, Ayurveda believes that your Vata dosh is comparatively more than the Pitta and Kapha. Catabolism is more, degeneration is more, and Rukshata is increased, dryness is increased in the body. So my joints, especially knee joints, it starts giving the crepitus, like osteoarthritis. Whenever there is a movement, because synovial fluid becomes less, and that part is becoming more dry. Then dryness in the skin, fissures on the lips, fissures on the hands in the old age because of excessive of Ruksha Guna. Then how we can treat the person? Use the opposite, Samanya Vishesh Siddhanta. What is the opposite to Rukshata? Snigdhata. That's why oil massage, Abhyanga, is very much essential in the old age to avoid wrinkling, fissures, constipation. Then osteoarthritis we can prevent because we know that Shoshane Rukshaha. Laghu, if you always remember, you try to connect each property with the main function of movement. It's very simple to understand that unless and until the substance is in a light, it cannot move. If it is heavy, it cannot do its normal function. So that Rukshata, Laghu Gun gives the Laghavata, and then you increase your mobility. Any obese person cannot move easily, but the lean person can move easily. Okay. So how that Laghu Gun is maintained? By doing the proper diet. If you eat excessive fatty substances, your body weight will increase. If you do the too much fasting, that is also bad. Langana. Excessive weakness will be there and you cannot move. Okay. But especially I have given it in Marathi, स्थूल व्यक्तीच्या मध्ये गुरुगुण वाढू शकतोय, opposite to the लघु गुरुगुण, and then it becomes the mand. Okay. So we ask the patient to take the popcorn or the rice flakes, which will have the Laghu property, and Laghu Gun will increase in the obese people and his weight will be reduced. So always this is you can see the balancing of two properties, Okay. Then next, Shita. They are giving you the Shita Gun of Vata dosha. You will say, sir, see Shita, how it is helpful for the movement. But again, try to understand. In very hot season, our movements are restricted. We are more tired. Okay. But in the cold, I am saying the optimal physiological cool, not excessive AC. Moderate cooling is there. That moderate cooling of the body is essential for the normal movement of the cell. You understand? But if it is excessive Shita, then Stambhane Shitaha. So this is a very what you can say, the complicated property to understand. Why the Vata is said to be Shita? Because optimal Shitata is useful for the movement. Optimal Shitata is helpful to restrict the unnecessary, unwanted things to go out of the body. For example, if my body is perspiring too much beyond limit, that is very bad for my body. So my body is trying to maintain the sweat at an optimal level. If my body is throwing too much urine out, is it okay? No. There should be some control on the ejaculation of the urine, ejaculation of the fecal matter. So waste products should be controlled at a typical level of movement. So each and every movement should be under control. To make anything under control, there is necessary of Shita Gun. Stambhane Shita. Stambhan means not exactly obstruction. Stambhan is a control of movement. Write down the another meaning, because there is a confusion. People will say, so sir, this Sroto Rose will be there. Yes, if it is beyond the physiological limit. But in physiological limit, they will control the different activities. That is most important. Khara, khara is the next step of rukshata. Rukshata is dryness, but kharata is a roughness. So that is also needed sometimes to make the body or the movement function, mobility. I will give the very simple example. Again, remember the coronary artery, your heart, you remember the myocardial infarction, you remember the atherosclerosis. Do you understand what I am saying? That excessive fat is deposited in the lumen, in the walls of the coronary arteries. Am I right? So these accumulation of what you can say the cholesterol or dyslipidemia, atherosclerotic changes. Now there is Srutu. So Vata movement is obstructed. When the severe obstruction is there, coronary blockage is there, patient gets the heart attack. And that patient is admitted in the hospital for thrombolytic treatment. Thrombolytic, remember my word. So what is that streptokinase injection? Streptokinase, what does it do? It is removing kharata, lekhane kharaha. Streptokinase injection is removing lekhana karma, scrapping karma of that thrombus, and then vata movement is going on. Rasarakta samvahana, blood and fluid is going on. So their kharata is there. Similarly, in the obese people, we give the tablet Tifla for the obesity, for the reduction of obesity. Tifla is very helpful. That tablet is doing the kharata, scrapping of excessive fat, and the movement will start in that particular person. Okay. So what is the difference in rukshata and kharata? Rukshata, dryness can be observed by your eyes. But for kharata, you have to touch. Sparshana. Rukshata is understood by darshana. Kharata is understood by sparshana. Darshan and sparshan. By touch and by eye. This is the difference. Sukshma. Vata molecules, this energy, kinetic energy, is such a subtle energy that it can reach from macro, MACRO, to the micro channel srotas of the body. Macro to micro. We are doing the respiration, inspire and expiration. I have the nasal cavity, I have the trachea, bronchus, big. But at the same time, when my amino acid has to reach into the cell, my glucose has to reach into the cell, my fatty acid has to reach into the cell, our cell has a semi-permeable membrane, and that is a microchannels. So whatever transport across cell membrane is done by Vata dosha. Transport across the cell membrane is done by Vata dosha, and that is because of the Sukshma property of Vata dosha. It is very nano in its structure. Chalata, Vata element, Vata energy is responsible for Chalata. Chalata is a characteristic feature of the Vata dosha. Movement is taking place because originally Vata dosha has the property of mobility, of stimulation, facilitator. Unless and until it gives the impulse, try to understand the word, write down the impulse. Prerane chalaha. What is prerane chalaha? Is nothing but the impulse. Because of that particular impulse, your action potential starts. AP, write down. Because of the impulse, action potential starts. And that is chala prerane chalaha. So whatever the movement is there, when the movement is obstructed because mobility has been lost, stimulation is not there. Neuromuscular junction is affected. Neuromuscular junction is affected. There is no conduction. Then the patient will suffer from myasthenia gravis. Loss of movement, myasthenia gravis. So, prerane chala. We want to stimulate. Stimulation is there from your brain, from your neurological system. Chemical stimulation with the hormones is needed. So, all these stimulations are because of the Vata dosha. Now, we will go for Samanya common functions of Vata dosha. Vayuhu tantra yantra dharaha. Each word we are going to see. But first try to understand the shlok from Charaka Sutrasthan. Very important shlok. If possible, try to mug it up. Because as I have told you, in university examination, there will be question at least on one dosha. There may be question on Vata dosha, LAQ, long answer question for 15 marks. You have to write down minimum 3 pages. And there I have already explained you points that you have to write down the names, Paryayinava synonyms, then you have to write down the Nirukti, then you have to write the Swarup and Sangatana, then Guna, then Karma, then Sthana, then Prakar, 5 types, then Vruddhi and Kshaya. That becomes the LAQ. But sometimes some examiners ask, pose this topic in a fragmented manner. They write वातदोषाची स्थाने सांगा SAQ 5 marks. वातदोषाचे गुण सांगा SAQ 5 marks. Describe properties of Vatadosh 5 marks. Describe sthana of Vatadosha 5 marks. Describe common functions of Vatadosh Samanya Karya 5 marks. Describe 5 types of Vatadosha 5 marks. So whole LAQ can be converted into the SAQ short answer question. Okay. Charak Sutrasthan, very interesting. Vayus Tantra Yantradaraha, Prana, Udana, Samana, Vyana, Apanatma. These are the 5 types. Pravartaka Cheshtanam, Ucha Avachanam. Importance of this shloka that I have made a little bit Sandhi Vigraha. Personally, Professor Deshpande feels in any Sanskrit is explained to the students in Vachik Abhinay. It's out, that means acting with your voice up and down and breaking that complicated word, the students understands more. This is my personal perception. So, I'm sorry. Pran, Udan, Vyan, Saman, Apanatma, Pravartaka Cheshtanam. What are the Cheshta functions? Ucha Avachanam. Nyanta, Praneta, Ch Manasaha. It has related with psychological aspect. Sarvendriyanam Udyojakaha. सर्व इंद्रियार्थानाम अभिवोढ़ा सर्व शरीर धातु व्यूह करहा संधान करहा शरीरस्य प्रवर्तको वाचः प्रकृति शब्द स्पर्शयोः श्रोत्र स्पर्शनयोर्मूलम हर्ष उत्साह योनिः समीरणो अग्नेः दोष संशोषणाः क्षेप्ता बहिर्मलानां स्थूलाणु स्रोतसाम भेत्ता कर्ता गर्भाकृतीनाम आयुषो अनुवृत्ति प्रत्ययभूतः भवति अविकृताः. Now we will see one by one. First is tantra and yantra. Personally, I feel human body is like a machine. Write down. Human body. I try to understand. Some Ayurvedic people may tell you something different, but my essence is very good to understand these words. I personally feel yantra means human body and tantra means its physiology. Simple. Yantra, machine, human body. Tantra, its action, its functioning of that machine, physiology of that human body is a tantra. And dharaha, to maintain. So Vata dosha is responsible for the anatomy and physiology maintenance. Anatomy and physiology. Can you see my cursor? Yantra, anatomy. Tantra, physiology. Dhara, maintain. So forget about this, my Marathi. Because again, if my video is seen by North Indian person, South Indian person, they always suggest me, they are very loving my fans. They always suggest, Professor Deshpande, talk in Hindi. Professor Deshpande, talk in English. We don't understand Marathi. But my dear friends, our India has so many languages. And Professor Deshpande has his own limitations. He is trying his level best to share his knowledge and experience. We in Maharashtra, Professor Deshpande is from Pune, Maharashtra State, India. He is working as a HOD and professor in Ayurvedic College degree. He has done already practice at national and international level. Here, what I mean to say, so although the script is in Marathi, let it be useful for the Marathi medium students in Maharashtra State. There are 70 colleges. 80-95% they have the Marathi medium. So I am talking in English. English is all over the world, everybody can understand. Okay. So here I am mentioned all this in Marathi, and I have given example of valvular defect in the heart. Why the valvular defects are congenital anomalies are there, hereditary problems are there. According to Ayurveda, it's a problem of Vata dosha. There is a pathology in Vata dosha. Try to understand. Undescended testis. I have given here example. Usually in intrauterine life, in the male, that testes are in the abdomen, and where spermatogenesis takes place, formation of the sperms, male gamete, male seeds. They are essential for the fertilization. That male and female spermatozoa and ovum, they come together. But why they have taken to the outside of the body? Because it is well known to the nature that testis require the low temperature. It's not because intra-abdominal temperature is high. So while doing the spermatogenesis, they must be in a condition where there is a little cooling around. So, but by chance in some people, the testes are not taken into the scrotum outside your body during the delivery process, during the birth process. And that is a congenital anomaly which can cause infertility. Okay. Then here you can see I have mentioned about the respiratory rate, which is normally 14 to 18 per minute. This is movement. This is Vata dosh. Then here, pulse. Clup, duck, lup, duck, heart sounds. Pulse is there. Radial pulse. 70 to 80 per minute. This is normal pulse rate, PR. If all these gatis are different, then I understand Vata dosh is disturbed in my body. If I corona patient, dyspnea, breathlessness, where is the problem? Where is the problem? Problem is Vata dosha. Your gati has been disturbed. If my heart sounds lup, dub, tachycardia is there. Thak, 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 bradycardia is there. So all these disturbance in your gati of respiratory rate, pulse rate, that is because of the vata. Because dharaha has been damaged. It is not controlling the physiology. It is not controlling the anatomy. Next. These are the types of vata dosha: prana, vyana, udana, samana, and apana. These are the chief sites where that kinetic energy is working. These types are made according to their organs, sthana according to their function, and according to the Mahabhuta Adhikya. So these are the three baselines for division like this. This classification is based on, try to write down. This classification is based on sthana, karya, and Mahabhut Adhikya. Organ, function, and predominance of Mahabhuta. Okay, next. Niyanta praneta cha manasaha. Vata dosh is responsible for your all mental activities. Vata dosh is not only doing physiology in the body, but it is also concerned with your mind, psychological activity. And how it is doing? One is niyanta, controlling your speed of thoughts, controlling your acceptance of the knowledge. Because jnanasya bhava abhava evacha. What is the main function of mind? Main function of mind is to gain the knowledge. Jnana means knowledge, information. You are learning my lecture. Why you are learning my lecture and how you are accepting all these things, understanding? Because of the stimulation of vata dosha to your mind. Then niyanta means controlling. Whatever thought process is going on in your mind, if it is controlled, then that intelligence is the best intelligence. Nishchayatmika buddhi. Write down. Nishchayatmika buddhi. What is the main function of intelligence, which is depend on mind activity to decide something? So some people are having a very optimal and proper thinking process, and at a proper time, proper decision. But some people take the decision hastily, very fast, very fast. That is abnormal control of what? Niyantran, no control is there. So hasty decisions, fast decisions, wrong decisions. And some people very slow in their decisions. Not a proper decision, proper time. They must understood that every day Professor Deshpande is taking the lectures, online lectures at 12 noon, at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. In this corona pandemic period, because there are all the the institutions are closed. So to avoid the losses of the students, 3 lectures are there from Monday to Friday. So if you don't get it very quickly in your mind, you will lose the lecture. So Niyantran as well as the Praneta. Praneta means stimulation, facilitation. So this is very important, especially you know the Vega and Avega. Defecation, urination, these are the natural physical urges that should not be controlled. If I want to go to the urine, I must stop, control the pause the lecture, and I go to the urination. But for the mental things, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsar, these are called as the enemies. Shadaripu in Marathi. 6 types of the enemy: Kama, Krodha, Mada, Moha, Madamatsar. So these should be under control. Manasik veganse dharan karave. Mental urges should always be controlled, and that is controlled by Vata dosha. So most of the mental diseases that take place, that is a disturbance in Vata dosha. So we give the Shirodhara treatment, Abhyanga treatment, anti-Vata treatment that will balance the Vata dosha and that will control the psychological problems. Sarvendriyanam Udyojakaha. Vata dosh, Indriya, sensory organs. Jnanendriya are 5 and Karmendriya are 5. We have the less than 1 minute. Just try to understand slide number 30. We will continue tomorrow our slide number 13. Okay. Sarvendriyanam Udyojaka. So it is a stimulator for all the Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. Shrotra, Tvak, Chakshu, Rasana, Ghrana. And these are the Jnanendriyas, eyes, ears, etc. And what are the Karmendriyas? Pani, Pada, Vak, Pani, Pada, Payupas. So this is a stimulator to both Jnanendriya as well as Karmendriya. Sensory perception, all the sensory pathways are controlled under Vata dosh, like brain, and all the motor organs, they are also controlled by Vata dosh, that is the brain. Brain is called the Uttamanga, and most of the Vata activities are controlled by your brain or the neurological or nervous system. My dear friends, I am stopping over here. I wish you all the best. Please do take care of yourself. We will meet tomorrow. We will meet tomorrow at 2 times. At